For this project, you will need an SDX Sniper toolkit and a ball bearing press. Take your Sniper Evo Pro HSX rear hub, the driver adapter plate for puller, the press tool driver outer bearing Evo, press tool driver inner core bearing Pro, 2 press tool rear wheel bearings Evo, the drift tool axle remover 20 and 15 mm, and pulley puller, a circlip pliers, and a rubber hammer. Take the hub and remove the end cap. Unscrew the lock ring and remove the cassette spacer. Place the driver adapter plate on the driver and tighten the lock ring. Place the drift tool axle remover 15 mm in the inner axle and use the pulley puller to remove the driver from the hub. Remove the other end cap. And use the circlip pliers to remove the bearing CR clip. Now use the 15 mm drift tool axle remover to remove the inner axle with wheel bearing. Remove the wheel bearing from the inner axle. Use the 20 mm drift tool axle remover together with the pulley puller to loosen the inner core bearing. Remove the clutch bearing set from the driver. Now use the drift tool axle remover 20 mm with the pulley puller to loosen the outer bearing. Remove the lock ring and the adapter plate. Use the inner axle to remove the wheel bearing from the driver. Now that the hub has been disassembled, we can reassemble it. Use the press tool driver inner core bearing Pro to place the inner core bearing in the hub shell. Place the wheel bearing in the driver and use the rear wheel press tool to press the bearing into the driver. Place 2 drops of Loctite on the driver. Place the outer bearing on the driver and use the press tool driver outer bearing to press the bearing into the driver. Lubricate the driver with SDX Sniper Evo clutch bearing grease. Do this on the inside of the hub shell as well. Place the clutch bearing set on the driver. Then place the driver in the hub shell. Place the inner axle in the hub. Then place the wheel bearing on the inner axle and use the press tool rear wheel bearings to press the bearing into the hub. Place the bearing CR clip on the bearing. Place the two end caps on both sides of the hub. Now mount the cassette spacer and the lock ring. Your Sniper Evo Pro HSX is now ready for use.